So just to give you a little more context to understand sort of what's going on, uh, we've been noticing the trend of how personal mobility applications are now moving towards more shared applications or commercial applications. So to give you examples, earlier you would go out to have a meal more often, and now you tend to use a food delivery app. You would order, you would go and pick up your own groceries, you would run your own errands, but now you use hyperlocal services, quick commerce companies, uh, and such as Zepto and Dunzo and Blinkit, more often than going out and running your own errands. Similarly, the whole advent of e-commerce has really moved shopping from offline means to more online uh, sort of means. So you go to an Amazon or a Flipkart, or even for fashion, people shop online. So all of that last mile delivery is also done on two-wheelers. And even within the two-wheeler ownership, we're seeing that rideshare and bike taxis are now starting to grow. Uh, not that it is correlated directly, but there has been sort of a 25% drop in the sales of two-wheelers over the last 2-3 years. India at its peak sold 21 million units of two-wheelers a couple of years back, and last year it sold only 15 million, which is roughly a 25% drop. It's not directly correlated, but it goes to show that purchase power and the hassle of ownership is something that people are not looking for. They're not wanting to own, maintain, park, worry about fuel prices, etc. And they prefer using a rideshare service or a bike taxi service. So what all of this goes to say is that there's going to be more and more need of purpose-built vehicles for commercial and shared applications. Now, fleets want to electrify. Petrol vehicles don't work, but the current set of EVs also don't work because these EVs were originally designed, engineered, and developed for personal mobility and somehow found their way in fleets. And when you, as I was explaining earlier, when you put a personal mobility vehicle into use into a fleet, it does not perform the way it needs to. Uh, and the bigger problem right now is that the the all the electric two-wheelers that are affordable or are accessible by fleets are all mostly Chinese. There are now really good Indian electric two-wheelers, but those are in the higher price band. They are also designed for personal mobility, and hence they're not really affordable. The ones that are affordable for fleets or the unit where the unit economics work out are mostly all Chinese. Now, with these vehicles, there are multiple issues, right? So there are quality issues. Uh, Chinese supply chain is very erratic. Multiple factories make the same vehicles. It's all white label stuff. So there are quality issues. There are technology issues. From batch to batch, you get different technology. You get different controllers. You get different motors. A lot of different things. And also the whole dependence on the Chinese supply chain basically means that an Indian company that imports these vehicles, or even if they import the design and manufacture the vehicles here, they don't really have any control on tech. They don't really have any control on product quality. And all of this is basically an addition to the already existing problem of using a personal mobility vehicle.